Welcome to Walk Like You Talk TV. I'm your host V. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Going to talk about a topic today that people probably are not going to like, but it's going to be politics versus the kingdom. And God has pressed on my heart pretty much how He feels about this topic. So, people have become so worldly, even the ones that think that they follow God closely have become so worldly that they can't distinguish the difference. I see people. I used to, first of all, I started off making the videos and they were like political. And I stopped because God showed me that there was division not because of what I was saying, but because I was catering to one group of people versus catering to all people. Anything you do should, if you got a heart of God, is going to cater to all people. Period. I don't care how you take that. I don't care how you take it. Period. God's not going to come down here and favor one group of people better than another person because He's not a respecter of persons. Period. Excuse me. I'm kind of under the weather right now. But one thing I learned by looking at politics is this: that you got people who make decisions for people and they don't even know what they represent. And people are still doing this to this day. They're so blinded that the cars they drive to the whatever other recreational vehicles they own, whether it's boats, whether it's, whatever. We'll just say anything that uses oil and gas, right? To where now their stuff is eventually about to be some scrap metal. Stuff that they may be still paying payments on. You may have that. You may have the newer BMW 7 Series. You may have the newer Mercedes S-Class. You may have Range Rovers. You may have whatever. The new Escalade. You may have whatever, right? But here's the thing. You voted for a party, or we could say a person, that you think you knew what they represented because of their previous affiliation to who they were connected to. And you just voted yourself out of cheaper gas. And not only did you vote yourself out of cheaper gas, because gas has increased since, let's say, January, February. It's done increase now by, I know at least where I'm at, it's at least $2.50 more now per gallon. $2.50 more a gallon. Did you hear that? That's additional to what it was. Okay? So, my thing is, oh, you know what? Let me be fair about that. No, it's not. It's $1.50. Sorry. In some cases, it's $2 though. Okay. So anyway, here's the thing. Because of the previous affiliation the person was with, and you didn't know what was going on, you thought you knew, or actually you didn't even think you knew. You just believed a lie and you went with your emotions. Your emotions led your decision to picking someone who now is going to take you into what they call fossil fuel or whatever, which is going to alleviate the method of gas that we have been having for years and years. And you've seen the oil companies already being affected, when it comes to like down in Texas and places like that, to letting these people change the way things, natural energy, by the way, just get rid of it. And you like, you're not even still taking responsibility that you played a part in that. That's the craziest part for me, is you're still not taking responsibility for it. Now, that's one side of it. The other side of craziness is the other side of the party, where these people have emotionally went through the ringer, through things that's happened in the process of the elections. I'm saying things like this because I, for one, am not going to lose my channel over saying things that I shouldn't say, because I respect my channel. But you guys know what I'm talking about. So you have now the other side of the party, which is the complete other side, and they up here emotional, and they feel a certain way because the election didn't go the way they felt it should have went. And these mugs are upset and, and just losing it. And some people are even in a stage of where they wanted to commit suicide. They don't know how they're going to move forward, all because you believed in a man. Worldly. And so now this man came back, and he's, still trying to, you could say, I guess, for the lack of a better word, fight for, I guess, whatever it was he was fighting for. Because the reason why I say that is because, and I could be more bluntly when I say this, but here's the thing. I think that 45 did a lot of good things. That's just my opinion. Well, it ain't even really my opinion. It's because I'm talking based upon what I know about. He did a lot of great things. However, he made some really bad mistakes too. And he made them at the very end. And I don't care if people get upset by me saying this, because that means you haven't dealt with the truth. And that's your fault. That's not my fault. That's not nobody else's fault. It's your fault because you gave him a pass and you didn't hold him accountable for what he did at the very end. At the very end of that process, the dude let people down. Period. I don't care how you look at it. Like the dude was saying, this dude ran based upon not being a political figure and things like that. And when I looked at the end of his run, he was doing things out of political correctness. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, you're worried about what people gonna say, what people gonna do, if you make these decisions about this or this. And he played that card and he lost. And he lost big. And the people who are suffering are the people who were riding with him. And so now the dude's trying to rally everybody up and, and all this stuff and all the stuff that happened on his end. And it's like, you guys are serious? Like, you guys are still going to go through this? Like, you're going to go through, 3 years of this crap? 2 years, I guess, if you say, if you're looking at the other races they're about to have in next year, actually. But, for like the presidential run, you're going to go through 3 years of all this stuff again to get your heart broke? Are you serious? What's wrong with your mind to where you will go through another 3 years of letting a man pump you up, get you out here and get you pumped up to go through what you just went through for your heart to be broke, straight up broke in 2024 when nothing changed? See, it'd be different if something changed. It'd be different if, they fixed the procedure and things like that. And y'all know what I'm talking about, because I ain't gonna mention it, because once again, I'm not losing this channel. So y'all know what I'm talking about. So since they did not, and more than likely will not fix that procedure, they gonna pick who they want. Period. I don't care who he rallying for, with, whatever. So anyway, I need to say that because I need people to understand that y'all hustling backwards. Period. And this is why. So that's the politic part, and now versus the kingdom. And I know this is longer, but it is what it is. So I look at the way God works. And let me say this, and let's just be clear about this, and y'all not going to like this comment. If Jesus was here right now in the flesh, and he was asked these ridiculous questions about who he follow, you know what he would say? Because he's been there before and he's done it before. He would say, give the Democrats what is the Democrats, give the Republicans what is the Republicans, and give God what is God's. He ain't gonna be mixed up in that crap. Period. And we got so crazy that we trust man more than we trust God, and won't even be honest about it. We won't be honest about it. Because I've seen people, and it's like, I'm like, wait, you waiting for this man to come back through and supposedly fix what's been broken, and he can't fix it. He can't fix it. Look, I'm sorry to bust your bubble. He can't fix it. The other side can't fix it. Not that they want to fix it. There's no side that can fix it. There's only one side. And that's the kingdom side. Which means that, one, this was all supposed to happen this way. And that we were not supposed to take sides of any man. That we were supposed to get ourselves together and get ourselves ready, rapture ready for the kingdom. And really, I could stop there. To be honest, I have some other points, but really I could just stop there. I mean, to keep it 100, would you? I mean, we could stop there. So my point is we worry about things that we shouldn't be worrying about. I look at, like, I personally won't watch, MLB, NFL, NBA, any of that no more. And I love sports, or I loved sports. But then I got to looking at it in the kingdom uh, eye, and was like, once I seen people, these organizations, you know, kind of swaying people to think certain things against each other and that kind of stuff and all that. And, the whole kneeling and all that kind of crap, or not kneeling, whatever, all that stuff. Man, I was done, man. I was done, and because it becomes a point of where it's idolatry. It gets to a point where it's like, you know, I know what they're doing is wrong. I know what they're promoting is wrong. So why would I even be like, oh man, forget that. I love sports. And, I grew up on this and this and that. Okay, so then you're saying then that because you grew up on something, but you know that they're promoting horrible marketing strategies to your children and other loved ones and people, that I'm going to give them a pass. That's not kingdom thinking at all. That's idolatry, period. That's something that they're doing wrong, but you're going to put that over God, period, because you love it, even though it's wrong what they're doing. I mean, here's the thing, guys. They use billionaires, entertainers, celebrities to make you look like you stupid. They'll put a pair of glasses on LeBron and give him a book in his hand that he probably ain't reading. And I'm not trying to call the brother dumb or nothing like that. It's just that there's been so many pictures taken of him to where when they take pictures of him with him wearing these glasses and having a book and he's trying to look educated as he can. Every time they take a picture of him with a book, and I'm talking about on multiple occasions, he's always in the very beginning of the book. I mean, it's all staged. And you guys don't get it. You really don't get it. And you don't want to get it because you're cool being entertained by the foolishness. You're cool being entertained by people who are having their strings pulled by upper execs who's telling them what they want them to do and how it would benefit them. Not you, but them. And it's because they don't care about you. Look, all this stuff we going through, man, none of this stuff has nothing to do with race. It really don't, because if the kingdom mind, the kingdom way of thinking is that there's only one race, which is the human race. We may have different colors, but that's just through genes and just, things like that, genetics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can, for people who raise animals, know that, like, you'll have, 2 pit bulls, just as an example, and you'll have a litter. You'll have a white one with brown spots. You'll have a black one with white spots. You'll have a brown one. You'll have, a brindle. You'll have, like, just different looks. But you know what? They're from the same line. They're from the same lineage. I don't know why it's so hard for us to get that. I don't understand. So really, my point is that a lot of stuff that we dealing with, we make ourselves available to let it be done to us purposely. Like we're entertained with foolishness because of this phrase I'm about to go back to where we started. Because we think we're not worldly and we are. Not all of us, I'm not trying to say that. But I'm just trying to help the people who need to hear this, who really is tired of living a certain way, of seeing certain things, and just like, you know what? Enough is enough. I don't want to continue to be like this. I don't want to continue to live like this. I don't want to continue to be duped by people. So my point is that stop trusting these people, man. Like these people, they don't even have to sell you no more. Have you noticed that? They don't even have to sell you no more. All they gotta do now is force it on you. Have you really sat back and thought about that? Because I'm gonna say that again because you really, really need to get that through your head. It used to be where people would try to sell you something. Now, 2021, they ain't selling you nothing. They forcing you into it. Into what you don't want to take, to whatever. Because I see people being forced into taking things they don't want to take, and then they looking at you like you got a problem because you didn't do it. Because they did do it. And they looking at you like, why you ain't do it? Man, you crazy. You ain't did that yet? Once again, I ain't about to use the name on it because I ain't, my channel. But some of you can read between the lines of what I'm saying and know what I'm talking about. No, I ain't take that. If you took it, that's cool. That's your business. But no, I ain't taking that, bro. Nah, I ain't doing that. Oh man, you this and that, you this and that, because they fell into the whole, lie of what they've been told, or people been threatened, by their livelihoods and things like that, that things would be taken from them, So people are forcing you to do what they want you to do. They ain't even selling it to you. They forcing it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like they got you at a point now they don't even sell you nothing no more. They just force it on you. That's where we at. But y'all out here worried about the wrong things. Like seriously, you're really worried about the wrong things. There's no man that's gonna save you. Because God's a spirit. There's no man that can save you, folks. None. Once again, if God was here in the flesh, he would say, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God. Period. So you can take all these affiliations, you can take all these different things, and at the end of the day, it means nothing. You're gaining nothing from it. It got you so discombobulated that you are complaining about paying high gas prices, but you voted for paying for higher gas prices. That's how crazy it got some of you folks. You complain about it, but you voted for it because you reacted with your emotions and made decisions based upon your emotions. And you assumed you knew somebody who played you guys with race, division, and all this crap when that wasn't the issue. It's all agenda based. Anyway, so those are the things, the differences I see with, you know, the political front in the kingdom. The kingdom will never get caught up in no foolishness like that. Which is why I'm glad that God had talked to me, spoke to me, as far as like not to do videos like that any longer. People be sending me crap still, like my DMs and all that stuff, like all the time, like as if like I want to see this crap. I can care less. Listen, I don't care what's going on in the world. I don't care. It don't concern me. I got my eyes locked in on Jesus Christ. You understand me? Seriously. If it ain't about him, then it ain't about nothing. Period. So, I don't worry. Seriously. There's a bunch of things happening in my life right now. I just don't worry about it. There has been times I have, but I've gotten to a point where I completely trust God. 100%. I believe God. If he's gotten me out of the biggest things in my life that I've been through, and he has, each and every time, then that's who I need to be putting my trust in, my belief in. Not no man who is trying to benefit himself. They ain't even thinking about you. These people who you praising and supporting, they ain't thinking about you. Going back to 45, and I ain't trying to diss the dude or nothing like that. I ain't trying to diss nobody, but I'm just telling the truth. Like, this dude didn't give us no information we needed. He didn't disclose any information on all this stuff that he claimed that was all the wrongdoing. It's like, dude, you know you leaving. You know you going out. So if you saying you love the American people the way you say, disclose the information. You had it. You had it before you left. You have it. Disclose it all. And it made me think you had nothing to disclose. Because he still disclosed nothing. We still waiting. Well, y'all still waiting. Foolish. And y'all gonna go through this process again for another 3 years to get your heart broke. And then with the other dude that's in here now, 46, now people realizing that he ain't who he said he was, but I mean, he wasn't even pretending. But y'all seeing like, okay, this ain't good. Stop putting your trust in man. That's what this is about. Don't put your trust in man. There is no man that can save you. There is no man that really want to save you. God's a spirit. And that's the only one that wants to save you. Who died to save you. That's the only one that's willing to die for you to save you. Period. So I'm going to get off here. I can't even believe I've been on here 30 minutes. But these were things that just needed to be said. So just Think about the kingdom. Move in a way that it's just all about the kingdom. Because this world, it don't matter. It's all going to collapse. It's all going to collapse. Now, in the meantime, in between time, yeah, continue to do your best at whatever you got, whatever talents God has given you. Use them to the best of your ability. I'm not so that I don't want to get that, misstated or confused. Do what you got to do. Do to be the best at anything that you're still touching. Okay, but as far as being worried about this and that and this and that, nah, ain't no man gonna change this and can't change this. Period. God is the only one, and you guys are being so blinded that you're still giving men praise versus giving the one and true and only living God the praise every single day. I love you guys. Be blessed. And I pray that this touches somebody's heart. I really do. That it just at least just touch one person's mind and just be like, you know what? Let me change for what I'm doing. I honestly, this video could just touch one person and I'm cool with it. So I love you all. Praying for you. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, keep it kingdom. Don't worry about these politics. Don't worry about all this other crap going on. It means nothing. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.